So we're going to talk about some corridor options.
Okay.
Corridor or hallways, whatever you would like to term it.
Okay.
We actually have quite a few different options, but I'm going to talk specifically about what we have shown on this wall and also the wall behind you, kind of flanking the booth.
Great.
So we have, if you think about a corridor is a space in a building that everyone is moving through, equipment is moving through. You have to use that area in order to get from one room to the next, right?
Sure, yep.
So you would imagine that you would get a lot of traffic. Heavy traffic means heavy abuse. So because of that, we have a whole line that we've created that's called our wall protection line.
Oh,
and the
right.
corner guards I'm going to tell you about today and the handrail actually all fall within that product category. So first we're going to talk about corner guards. The one that we have featured here is a real wood stained to match one of our Ackervan wood grains, and it's used with stainless steel as well. Corner guards, we offer them in multiple finish options. So you can do an Ackervan solid color, Ackervan wood grain, again, stainless steel, real wood, or even aluminum. So just depending on what the building aesthetic is, we have multiple options.
Okay, wonderful.
So the big reason for having a corner guard, if you can imagine walking through those corridors and having something that's moving through that space and people moving through that space, the corners really receive a lot of damage. So the corner guard just applies over the surface of that corner and protects it from all of that. Without that, you have the maintenance costs. You're constantly fixing the drywall and then repainting only to a day, a week, a month later.
Have to do it all over.
See that damage again and have to do it all over. Exactly.
Okay, right.
So all of these products are meant to increase the longevity of the interior space.
Makes sense.
So another product that we have on the wall is a handrail. And the handrail, if you can tell, is real wood stained to match one of our Ackervan wood grains. And this is actually the same stain on the corner guard. So we are able to coordinate multiple finishes as one kind of larger family of product solutions. So that's awesome. So the handrail itself will actually protect the wall from damage just because of the location, but that's not its main purpose. So its main purpose is actually to protect the users that are trying to move through that space that need a little extra stability to get from point A to point B.
Right.
So our handrails were developed with ADA guidelines in mind, and we offer them in the real wood. We also offer them in our solid Ackervan, our Ackervan wood grains, and some aluminum and stainless options as well. So everything kind of mixes together as one larger palette for larger design options.
Yeah.
So I talked about this handrail, but I really want to take you up to the table and show you a really neat sample. And this is actually our quick lock system of handrail.
Okay.
So we developed this because of a need in the marketplace to have something that was easy and efficient to install at initial installation, and then also for facilities that need to change things out as walls move and all sorts of different things. So traditional handrail is actually manufactured in long lengths, and the brackets are fixed to the handrail itself. So if you can imagine along a 12-foot, 15-foot span, there are a couple different people juggling this handrail with the bracket attached. They all have to line it up, make sure that it's level, ready to go, and try to, get weird tools and stuff in there to attach it to the wall. Yes. So to try to eliminate that complication, make it a little easier, we've actually developed the quick lock bracket. So the quick lock bracket itself actually detaches from the back of this handrail.
Okay.
And you can take the bracket and attach it to the wall, anchor it along the wall.
Okay.
Which only takes one person to do that, right? So one person can go along, anchor it to the wall. And then this track that you actually see connects. Oh, props. Great.
This is what you're talking about,
yes, yeah. So once that's connected onto the wall, then we pull out our handy dandy wrench and, slide the track down onto that bracket system. And then you can either access from above or beneath. You quarter turn that bracket. And it tightens it, locks it in place. Again, one person, just lock, lock, lock across the length.
Incredible.
So absolutely
what might take 10 people perhaps could take only 1 or 2.
Absolutely, yes. That's exactly what it does. Okay, so since we're talking about corridors, I have one last thing to show you on that topic.
Fantastic.
And so I'm going to take you back to this wall.
Okay.
I know that Trish had pointed Ackervan by Design out as an option for replacing art.
She did, yeah.
So art along a corridor, this is a fantastic solution for that because it is our Ackervan sheet, so it does protect the artwork, and so you don't have to worry about damaging that in a corridor. Bigger than that, though, is our Ackervan by Design is so customizable that you can actually use it as wayfinding within a corridor of the building. Yes.
I guess that's what it sounds like, finding your way?
Yes, absolutely. So if I were to give you the Amy definition of that, I would say
yes, please do.
that it's a universal visual signal, I guess, to move users from one part of the building to the next. Something that's easily recognizable to get you from point A to point B.
Sure.
So maybe a better example to give you is a project that we actually worked on recently. We had an elementary school, and it was in the shape of a hand, actually. So the entry area of the school, the lobby area, was all in this little hub, and then each grade had their own corridor, almost spanning off like a finger on your hand. So in order to make it easier for the smaller children to understand where they were going to find their classrooms, they actually used our Ackervan by Design, did some custom imagery down the length of each corridor. So you could say to the little kindergartner, hey, head down the blue monkey hallway, or now second grade, you head down the orange rhinoceros highway corridor.
The highway. It could be a highway of cars down the highway.
Yeah, absolutely. You could use that as an option. Yes.
Incredible. I love that.
So yeah, so it just gave them, an easy way to find where they needed to go to navigate through that space. It gave them some fun art to see as they're walking along to their classroom, as well as it's protecting the walls from any abuse that you would get from those kids moving through that space.
Sure.
So I talked about how it actually does protect the wall from abuse. So this is our Ackervan 040 sheet. It is a clear sheet.
Okay.
And what we do is we actually take the image and reverse print it on the back of that clear sheet. So not only is the sheet protecting the wall surface, but because the image is printed on the back of the sheet, it's actually protecting that image and the ink from being scratched off and damaged.
So clever.
Yes.
Yes.
So what we have shown here, we actually have some Ackervan by Design featured on our main wall, but we also have a little piece of Ackervan by Design inside our nook, just for like a little playful compliment there. But you're not limited to these sizes. It doesn't have to be just the size of this artwork. Like I mentioned with the corridor, we are able to stack it as high as you would like, as wide as you would like, depending on what image you have that inspires you and the space that you're thinking of using this in, we're able to accommodate that. So yeah, it's a fantastic option for that. Another thing that you shouldn't feel limited by is if you're thinking, oh, this would be great for my project, but unfortunately I don't have an art director on staff. I don't have a graphic designer to actually create an image for me. That's not a problem at all. We actually have access to, we have a link on our website to the Getty website, which is a stock image site. So if you don't have that graphic designer to whip up a picture for you of hot air balloons, fear not. You can head to our website, click on find an image, and it'll actually take you directly to Getty's website. You can type in hot air balloon and it'll pull up thousands of hot air balloon images.
Oh, that's
absolutely.
so helpful. That's great that you guys have it. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Just to give you that option, and the possibilities are limitless really with this product. So that's a great option for corridors and beyond.